Ladies and gentlemen, Krish and Aryan and DSG Army, all of you in chat, welcome to day number 2 of the One Play Esports Freefire India Open. We had 12 teams duke it out yesterday in Group A and Group B. 6 of those teams have moved forward. Some of those teams, Floki, we hedged some points on,
Yep,
imaginary points as they are. And I think you placed 1 point for Fuegos, and Fuegos paid dividends, Floki.
they sure did, man. They sure did. I even placed 1 point on Royal Beast. Unfortunately, they weren't able to put up the same performance once again. And I'm not. I don't remember exactly if they made it or not. But thankfully, you know what? I won't have to do that because we will see the match screen on our boards. We'll know that soon enough. But regardless, before we head into that, I want to take a moment to talk about your bets, Vivek. What did you bet on? I believe you bet on Caller's Lords.
I bet on one team and one team heavily. That was Diana the day in Group A.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
die another day. Yeah,
yeah,
that was your
and
gamble.
yep. And in Group B, I bet on the Mutants, and the Mutants didn't show up. I bet on Crust Esports, and Crust Esports didn't show up. So two of my bets really faltered in a sense.
Hmm.
I think that's where I was looking for dividends. But yeah, today there's real money at stake, and there are also diamonds being given away. So today, people, those of you tuning in. The first thing you could do is sign up for the giveaway. 310 diamonds being given away to 5 lucky viewers. If you've not signed up, I mean, I don't know. It's too bad. But for all the 12 teams facing it off today in day number 2, they have a chance to win 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees is the total prize pool that's going to be broken down into 10,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees, and 4,000 rupees. And I mean, you've been talking about picking up a new phone, Floki. Uh, that 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 money would
Yeah,
really help anyone get closer to a new phone.
absolutely. I mean, 20,000 bucks up for grabs. You know, the division is as such. First place gets 10,000 rupees, second place 6,000, and third place 4,000. In case anyone in chat is wondering, so it's gonna be some serious cash. You know, you can put it into your savings if you're frugal, or you can go out and get yourself something good since Diwali just went by. Maybe a new
Yeah.
shirt, maybe a new pair of jeans. Who knows? But regardless, 20,000 up for grabs. I think these teams are gonna be pretty serious here. We're gonna be seeing a lot of tough fights breaking out, especially with the invited teams. You know, I believe Total Gaming is one of them. We have
Yeah.
XTZ Esports. There we go. There's the screen. And yeah, TSG United, UG Empire, Optimum, XTZ, Amaterasu, and Total Gaming. These are the 6 invited teams. These are the finalists from last week's finals.
Yeah.
And they were the ones who didn't have to duke it out on day one. Unfortunately, Die Another Day, Calls Lords, Raven Esports, Royal Beast, Chaos, and Fuegos did have to. So they
Yeah.
do, in fact, make it here for day two. But nothing is guaranteed, Vivek. You have to be top three if you want to secure any amount of money for yourself. And it's not going to be easy against these top tier teams.
Yeah, one of the teams that I did hedge my bets on yesterday. I mean, yeah, we did this whole imaginary situation where if we had 10 points to break up into teams, which teams would you give it to? One of the teams that I did a very equal division. This is why I'm not good at math, but I clearly remember that one of the teams I gave 3 points to was Team Chaos. You did a 4-2-1-1.
I had a
I don't even
4-3-1-1-1 split.
4-3-1-1-1 split. Do you remember your 4-3-1-1-1 split in
Yes,
Group
yes,
B
I
yesterday?
remember. I do,
Yeah,
I do. It was, I believe I put 4 points on Checkmate, three on Crust, one on Royal Beast, one on Fuegos, and one on Fufu. Unfortunately, Team Fufu didn't make it, though they came pretty close. Like they were fourth place yesterday. So, you know,
yeah,
those were some really good investments there. But
yeah.
speaking of investments, these teams have invested a lot of time making it here to day number two, and walking
Mm-hmm.
away empty-handed, it's gonna sting. But the good thing is, getting an experience playing against some of the top teams in India, it's really gonna set you up in the next few tournaments that you're gonna play. Right? There are gonna be lots of other ones coming through, and just getting this opportunity to play against some of these premium
Yep,
teams, we know that it can
yep.
be difficult to get all of these teams inside one server for a scrim at times. So
Yeah,
it can be really difficult to be in that environment where everyone is top tier and
yeah.
your metal is truly tested.
Yeah, this is much more than a scrim, and these teams are going to be tested on 4 maps, Floki. It's Bermuda, Kalahari, Purgatory, Bermuda. We should have a winner by map number 4. And if we have some sort of a mathematical stalemate, production will tell us what we need to do and figure out. But we're going to figure it out in 4 maps.
It's gonna be a free
There's
for all
really,
between between everyone. It's gonna be a Royal Rumble. They're gonna get into a
yep,
ring and they're gonna try to throw each other out. That's what's gonna happen.
yep,
In case you're wondering.
yep. Yep, it's that simple. 12 teams. That Floki and I have been watching in the course of this tournament in the Free Fire Open. I think the teams that I really have to give some personal respect and some personal credit to are going to be Yakuza Seniors and Crust Esports, Checkmate and Amaterasu for just relentlessly trying to take part in this tournament and try and move ahead. Once again, those of you in chat, I just wanted to give a small shout out to Krish and Aryan Varma and even DSG Army for tuning in. Today we've got TSG United to look out for, because that is the team that took home first place in our previous 2 days of play. TSG were looking really, really strong. It was Sasuke doing a lot of heavy lifting, 9 kills to his name. So
Yeah,
that's 18 points for him. And then if you looked at XTZ, I believe Indro was doing a lot of work with the sniper. Indro was there in the Free Fire India Championship. He's one of the more older established players in the scene. So we might see XTZ be a top contender, but I really think anything can happen. It's 4 maps, and I'll tell you why I think anything can happen. Because in the previous weekends, not weekends, in the last 2 days of play, I really had high hopes from one team, Floki, and they kind of disappointed me in a
hmm
sense, and that was GC Army. I know that they're as a team capable of a lot more, and I just hope that all these teams really bring their A game. I think GC Army is definitely the pride of South India, and I want to see what it is that they can do in future Free Fire events. For now, we're going to be jumping into Bermuda. It's going to be our first map of the day, Floki. I am excited. I want to see how many teams really try and duke it out early in Clock Tower. How many teams are going to be conservative? We saw some nutty plays in the last couple of days of play. If you're a newer viewer and you're wondering what are you watching, it's very simple for you to get a little bit of context. You just need to follow One Play Esports on their social media, on Instagram, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook. If you want notifications every time they go live with another Free Fire tournament or some more diamond giveaways, do subscribe, do hit the bell icon. For now, the plane path is one from north to south, and I'm really not too surprised to see any teams go for Sentosa early on. Optimum Esports, they've got Bhimashakti Strip. That's a good piece of property to have. Teams are being very, very conservative right now, Floki. No
yeah,
one is taking any drastic risks. Everybody just wants to loot peacefully for the time being.
yeah. Everybody wants to have a good old Viking time, go around raiding places and filling their stash up with gold jewelry. In this case, it's gonna be weapons, ammo and medkits. But what they need to realize is that a lot of the times when teams drop without having or just thinking that you're gonna fight early, like you mentioned, you're gonna try to get those kills. It is a huge risk reward thing. You can't just drop into a place against a team without a plan or without knowing how to contest an area. And those teams yesterday that did do that, they got punished heavily. So I'm glad to see that teams have learned their lesson and they're really not looking to take these early fights because they're just not worth it. They could be if you find yourself some really good gear, if you find yourselves a lot of glue walls, maybe a couple of frag grenades or a grenade launcher here and there, it can be worth it. But when you don't even have, say mushrooms or med kits, and you just drop into an area with another team and you're relying on sheer luck, that's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. It's not a very wise decision.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, that you need resources to be able to hold on and really contribute meaningfully in the late game. So right now, everybody's just looking for those resources, Floki. Callers Lords, they were one of the teams that, well, you asked me if I gambled or made any predictions about them. I didn't, but they are a very well established brand. They've been around. TSG, This is another team that we have to look out for. Total Gaming with Fauzi Ajay, Wasio, Mafia Bala. That's another very promising team in the mix. So we got a lot of fan favorites in this tournament, Floki. And most importantly, I think even UG Empire can really pull a quick one on any one of these teams. You can see the respect with which everybody's playing the map.
Hmm.
Die another day. They've got this compound. Mafia Bala is just scouting the coastline, trying to get a little bit of information. And this is a very standard play that Total Gaming like to do. One player is always a designated scout that's trying to just move around the map and find a little bit of information. And bit by bit, they move. They move in pairs. They move in twos. They move in threes. They're not just clumped up as four people looting the same compound.
Yeah.
Speaking of being clumped up and speaking of being separated, Deep has to catch up with his friends. He's just clearing that compound once and for all. But Diana, the day should be alive and healthy. They can move on, continue looting.
Yeah, and I'm kind of interested to see how the meta tends to develop, right? Once we have some of these established play styles, teams start learning how to counter them. So the point where you start realizing, okay, each team is probably going to have a designated scout. You probably want to try and take advantage of the fact, the scout's going to be alone. So maybe based on your positioning and seeing where it could be absolutely worth it to just plop a sniper rifle into one of your players' hands and have them be the counter scout, just sort of looking out for that and maybe get that free kill early on with good positioning. Just knowing that they're going to come through at any point. You know,
Yeah. Okay, I think I've lost Floki's audio. I don't know if this is just me or Floki. But yeah, Raven Esports, they had Deadshot really do a lot for them. Yesterday, 5 kills to his name. They look quite promising from group number A. I mean,
yeah.
my prediction was going away to die another day, but Raven Esports really stood up. In the previous Thursday and Friday, Bhao on the previous Thursday was really impressive. So that's not one team to underestimate. Amaterasu can frag, Bao can toss
Hmm.
out those frag grenades if needed, and he's really effective with his utility usage and his ability usage. So we've got to watch out for him. For now, he's sporting an athletic jersey, and the problem is the bullets are being traded left and right. TSG has actually managed to find themselves a quick kill, and Bao and the others, they're one man down.
Yeah, this is an. Have TSG found a kill or have TSG lost one of their members? I see. Okay, I can't actually quite see it. Oh, yeah, Callers Lords have lost one of their members. There we go. It's going to be Raven who ends up finding Soham. And Amaterasu, you talked about how this team is losing members. Well, they're bleeding left, right, and center. They're just down to 2 members now. Caller's Lord stuck in this compound and getting assaulted by TSG. And the shotgun comes out. He's going to go guns blazing. And look at that. That's a free kill being picked up by Caller's Lords. Where's the flank, though? The flank has not come in just yet. Medkits are going to be dropped. Heals are going to be taken. Loot is also going to be distributed evenly. And Caller's Lords, I think they're down to just 2 members, Vivek. It's just wow. We talked about that. There's not a lot of early action brewing in the mix, but it seems that teams have turned it up a notch. They've really fanned the flames here and are going for it.
Yeah, this is actually a little problematic for both TSG and Callers Lords. They didn't want to lose numbers this early on. TSG, they were down to 2. Now they're down to just 1 member on the server. This has got to be a little problematic for them because there's still a lot to play for. So that one man has to be really patient. If you look at Team Chaos, I believe Arslan did manage to open up the scoreboard. He did manage to find himself a kill. Team Chaos have got to be pleased with that. They've got 1 kill, 4 members alive. It's at this stage of the game, Floki, it's about numbers. If you're holding on to
Yeah.
numbers and if you incidentally find kills, it's okay. TSG, I believe the first kill that they found was onto Amaterasu, but yeah, Amaterasu, they didn't just lose 1 member, they lost 3. So they've got to be a little concerned as TSG are going to get shut down. It's bye-bye to them as they exit in 12th place. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
XTZ are looking really strong so far. And JT, I remember what he managed to do in the Freefire India Championship. He's a very capable user of any sniper rifle. You give him anything in his hand, he prefers. I don't think he has a preference because he just hits shots at will. Kunal, he's going to land a sweet little headshot. And Royal Beast, they looked strong yesterday, but War is bleeding out. War has no friends close enough to res him, and Tech KK is actually going to come in and secure that kill. So we're looking at this brawl between, well, it's wait a minute, there's one man just lurking over there. Atul is lurking in that compound. You got Arslan, Tech KK, and the others from Royal Beast just eating up bullets. They really need to make a decision as to what they want to do right now, because Royal Beast, they've got 2 kills, but they want to hold on to those numbers because they don't have any hard cover, Floki. They've got this little watch post to work with. They're giving away their position, and Team Chaos is definitely going to draw a lot of attention. They're making a lot of noise. That one man from Optimum Esports is being so patient, but what will he find? I have no idea, Floki.
Yeah, lots of early resources being expended here. You really want to try and make sure you're able to capitalize on that. You don't want to just walk away with 1 kill after
Yep.
spending so many bullets and medkits just trying to win one fight. It's not worth it. But Total Gaming, look at that. They've actually lost 2 of their members. I mean, they're down for the count. And it's going to be up to Mafia Bala. 2 glue walls deployed in rapid succession. Swastik is the one who's on the receiving end of the fire. And now Mafia Bala with his signature sniper rifle looking to shut down Swastik inside the house. Peeking through with the SMG. Can he find the kill in time though? No. Swastik is able to get back in cover. But Mafia Bala is going forward. He's fighting him and he's going to lose the battle. Swastik comes out on top. And Mafia Bala is going to be punished for his sins. Raven Esports, you new kill leaders, have found themselves so many, and Vasio is going to be there from Total Gaming to shut that down. And Raven Esports, well, they were down to one of their members, but Total Gaming also pay a very, very heavy toll for that firefight. And this is what we talked about, Vivek. Now look at Total Gaming's play potential. They have absolutely nothing going into the late game. You just have one player remaining alive.
Shut down.
Yep. XTZ, they're definitely been impressive. I mean, chat mentioned how fond they are of their sniper rifles. They're putting them to good use. I did see Illuminati get a kill elsewhere. Arslan is doing work with the XM8. He's managed to find a lot more than a kill, as Royal Beast now have 3 kills. The problem for them though, Floki, is that they have just one member alive, and it's just Arslan. And Arslan has to play for survival. He has to play for placement. Fuegos, this is the team that we did hedge a couple of bets on yesterday, Floki. Right now, they haven't found too much. They're supposed to represent the very fire of this game itself. For now, this fire hasn't been lit. They're being patient. It's a fire that will light when the time is right, and the time is going to start moving on to them soon enough, because the zone is shifting. For now, Clock Tower, there's nobody occupying that part of the map. But if you look at Peak, Diana, the day, they've got Peak to themselves, and they're just holding on to it. Total Gaming, they have Vasio just lurking around. Vasio has not got too much hard cover. You see team number 4 and team number 11, Apex, Akash, and the others on team number 11 make a late rotation from the south. The good news for Diana the day, when we had to make up predictions yesterday, Floki, the good news for Diana the day is that they have all 4 members alive. So they can definitely inflict damage as we move into our final circles. They've picked up an AWM. They've got a decent amount of loot. They're contemplating summoning their airdrops for a little bit of cover. Fuego have 1 player knocked, and this is problematic. Suraj has managed to find a knock for himself. Team number 11 just running out in the open are going to be punished, as Arka with the Scariel will manage to land a sweet little headshot. Sujal, a bullet in his head. He's got to be concerned. Arka is deploying glue walls left and right, but he's still exposed from that window. So Arka has got to move for dear life. Sujal has been dressed up, but one sweet little grenade has undone the majority of UG Empire, as it's just Princing all by himself. A barrage of glue walls protecting him, but no glue wall can save him from his death, which was imminent, which was certain, as UG Empire gets shut down. They've been knocked out in 8th place. This is not what one would expect of them, and they're going to be a little disappointed with this. Some of the fan favorites exiting early, Floki. This is concerning. Bermuda has been really concerning so far for TSG and UG Empire. And even Total Gaming, they have just 1 member on the server. But one is better than none, as they've got to try.
This is absolutely baffling, Vivek. You know, the team that is the least experienced playing against these top tier ones, Fuegos, they come in out of nowhere and they show the most sanity out of all these teams. It's not TSG United, it's not Total Gaming, it's not Raven Esports, it's not Optimum. It is actually the underdogs who are showing restraint, who are showing patience. And patience pays off. Look at them. They still have 4 kills. They still have all 4 members alive. They have lots of resources to go into the late game. And Fuegos, they're fine and dandy. Like there's absolutely no pressure on them right now. Those guys just have free control over the game. They can influence it however they want, thanks to their patience. They do have a few good contenders, though. I don't want to discount any other teams who are still remaining alive just yet. You know, XTZ Esports. You have team number 10 as well. There's Die Another Day remaining. All these teams can really inflict some serious damage if Fuegos are not careful. So they're really going to have to pinch pennies and make sure every fight they take is worth it. And those supply drops are certainly worth it. Finding three, or rather two level 3 Wests, that's going to be very helpful going into the late game. But to make full advantage of those Wests, you need to be deeper in the circle. Something Fuegos are trying to accomplish right now.
Kudos to XTC Esports as well. Their roster is one that I mean, there are at least a bunch of players that like to change their names. This Thursday and Friday, they've got a different set of names running. I think Nivesh is the oddity here, but for those of you who've been following Freefire for a while, they're a very old team that's been around. I think some of you might remember them as Sixth Sense, where they were Illuminati, Indro, Balsa Boy, JT. And I think they had an additional player just registered just in case they needed a substitute. For now, though, there's, I think, JT, I call him JT Floki because JYT is kind of boring. But
it's like the word rhythm. There's no consonants in there. It's such a boring word. It's a single syllable word, rhythm. Actually, is it single syllable? It might
are
be
you
two.
saying that no vowels, Floki? Is that what you meant to say?
Yes, I am being vowelist, if that's even a word. I'm being yeah, that's what I'm being right now. Wait, no, that means I hate vowels. I like vowels. I'm being consonant. Okay, you know what? We'll figure out the vocabulary in English later. That's a discussion for another time because in front of our screens right now, things are about to get interesting. XTZ, they're way out in the open. Fuegos too, they're just inside the compound, but I don't think they are going to have a lot to work with here. This is going to be a fight in the open, so it's going to come down to each team's individual skill. It's going to be down to how well you can hit their shots. And when Total Gaming is not here in the late game and there's no Mafia Wala, I think these teams have to feel a sense of security.
Bao is going to be so pleased with himself. But the problem for Bao is that he's playing outside the zone flow. He's managed to get a knock. If he manages to convert that into 2 points for his team, it would be great. But I spoke to Soon Amatras, who have been shut down. They're eliminated. 6th place for them. Bao trying to play for placement, trying to play outside the zone, trying to be a little cheeky. Should have maybe shown a little bit of trigger discipline. But it's okay. He's gone. Kofi is being hunted. College Lords have just Kofi working on the server. He's trying to make do with the shotgun. He will manage to find a knock, but Diana of the Day will not let him go. College Lords shut down and eliminated in 5th place. But look at that. Pratham from Team Chaos just sneaking in, finding a couple of kills, converting those knocks into kills. As Diana of the Day are missing players. Team Chaos definitely living up to their name as they're causing all sorts of problems for Diana of the Day. They have just one member to work with on the side of Diana of the Day as Team Chaos have revealed their hand, Floki. They've got themselves a couple of kills. They have Arslan bleeding out, and now they're challenging the big boys. It's XTC Esports who've been so patient. Unfortunately for Team Chaos, Arslan is bleeding. Tech KK has got to try and make a move, but he walks into a bunch of bullets. Arslan has been eliminated. Pratham has been so solid. How much more can Pratham do? And if it's not Pratham, it's Kunal who'll light up the kill feed as JT is bleeding behind a glue wall for now. JT, well, he hopes that his friends are anywhere as close as Kunal because Kunal has gone back for friends. Pratham, meanwhile, will hold on and manage to sneak in a kill. That's a shutdown. That's another team being eliminated. It looks as if it's going to boil down to XTC and Team Chaos, and Fuegos are in the mix, Floki. The very fire of Free Fire is still alive and healthy, and they haven't given away too much in terms of their positioning. They're just playing the very edge of the zone. They're being patient. They're waiting for XTC and Team Chaos to end this bout, to end this duel. Team Chaos have suffered casualties, just 3 members alive. Arslan and the others have got to hold on. Nivesh just firing away a couple of shots, hoping to land something at this kind of range. Doesn't get too much done. XTC will get shut down. It's bye-bye for them. Fugos chiming in at the very end will manage to shut down. the majority of Team Chaos, and now it's just Fugos versus XTC Esports. XTC Esports, they've got 6 members alive and healthy. We spoke of how much and how effective they can be with their sniper rifles, but for now, all they see are glue walls, Floki, and those glue walls aren't being too helpful. XTC do manage to get a couple of kills with those shotguns. They managed to actually shut down Fuegos as the push was strong. The shotguns paying dividends. If you don't know what to do, if you can't get yourself the AK-47 Evo skin in that time and in that kind of a late game, work with the shotguns. They'll do your trick. They'll work for you. 40 points for XTC Esports as they claim first place. These guys are not to be trifled around with, Floki.
Yeah, XTZ flexing the biceps right now, showing that there's a reason why they invited and there's a reason they finished on top. If any of these teams want to make it over here, if they want a shot at the 20,000 rupee prize pool, if they want to walk away with that 10,000 rupee first prize, they're gonna have to work for it because XTZ is setting a prime example. They're bringing their A game. They don't even care that they're playing against a bunch of teams that they haven't played against before. You know, they're playing against a bunch of teams who signed up through an open registration. This is new for them, and they're still bringing their A game. So Total Gaming and all these other teams that have been invited, they really need to pull up their socks because look at this: first place XTC, second place Fuegos, third place Chaos. The top 3 teams. Out of the top 3 teams, 2 of them are from the opens. This is really saying something.
Yeah.
Royal Beast, Optimum Esports, Raven Esports, yeah, they're not exactly able to get a really good position in this game. They're not able to sort of duke it out and be close to the top. But this is certainly not one that expects. You know, I was hoping that maybe towards the end we'll see one of these teams inch it out and make it to top 3 in terms of kills and points. But this is just it's if this is any indication of what's to come, then I think all of our viewers are going to be very pleased.
Yeah, XTC have got to be pleased with themselves. I mean, this team, they've done so much in the past in the Free Fire India Championship. I remember how effective they were with the sniper rifles, especially JT or JYT, whatever you want to call him. And it's not just him; everybody's stepping up in the team. They might have been a different name altogether. They might have had a sixth sense as to where their future lies in this game, and it's a bright future for them. Speaking of the future, this was only map 1 of 4. This was just Bermuda. We've got Kalahari, Purgatory, and Bermuda coming up just again. Yeah, Bermuda coming up just again. For now, though, we're going to be taking a short break. You're watching the One Play Esports Free Fire India Open. We'll be right back after the short break. They might just be a first place winner in this tournament. TSG looking really strong. Gurikrat bleeding out. Shahid is bleeding as well. Gurikrat eliminated Shahid on the floor. It's Mehul with that shotgun. He's done so much in the past. He will manage to shut down Optimum Esports. But I really don't know if this is still enough. The Mutants, they've actually swung back. They've stepped past Amaterasu. They won that first place finish, but they're still TSG.
Nonetheless, it's going to be UG Empire, 2 men alive. And this is Tyagi. This is Tyagi at his best, right?
Yeah, 1 man on UG Empire. Now it's a 3-way affair. Madara just doing work with that grenade launcher for style points. TSG really looking as if they're going to come in first place in this tournament. They can smell victory. The question is who comes in second, who comes in third? Have UG Empire got enough? Can Suraj get anything else done for his team? He's found 1 kill so far. He's hopping about left and right. His machete in hand. No, but Suraj can't do much. Sasuke at close range with the shot. He will best him. It's now the Mutants and TSG United. 1 member of the Mutants, Goku Fahim. He ran the grenade launcher so successfully in the past, but this time he's going to be a victim of it as TSG United claim the booyah. They have won this edition of the One Play Free Fire Open. Optimum Esports are here, and they've got another team who's contesting them. Triparty at range will find the first knock, and it's Mafia on the floor, but the trades are coming in. Rahil is there, so it's back and forth affair. I don't know who's going to come out on top. Rahil getting cleared for first blood. Optimum Esports will get the first couple of points that they would like to start out with that confident note, and they have Mafia back on his feet. So it's good news for Optimum Esports.
You know, they know how to treat their game. They know how to treat their
And Mafia got knocked, but he's going to find a kill. The problem, he's going to find a knock, but Bloodlust is there for the trade quickly. Trust Esports, they've lost Duker and Tripathi. It's Umber trying to hold on to the UT. He's praying while Evil managed to do a little bit of work, but he's missing Bloodlust. He's all by himself. He really needs to secure these kills if he can. He's just dropping glue walls, hiding in a corner. He's going to try and rest his friend. What can Umber and Bloodlust manage? Trust Esports have found one kill so far. Bloodlust again knocked. It's Umber all by himself at close range, praying to dear God that he can find something, but I believe he ran out of bullets, he ran out of friends, he ran out of luck. Trust Esports, they came the hard way into this tournament. Just deploys another glue wall, hoping to stay alive, and nope, that's not going to work. Just Mehul with the shotgun at close range will shoot him down. The mutants move a lot quicker than Raven Esports were ready for, and Raven Esports, they're missing one, they're going to be missing two. Swastik has been deleted. Mehul doing excellent work there with the shotty. The mutants get themselves. We are back with our second map of the day, Floki. It's going to be none other than a map that a lot of us in the Free Fire India community have a lot of questions about, because you know, it had its history with rank mode and whatnot. It's going to be Kalahari, as we are inching closer and closer to figuring out who is going to claim the lion's share of that 20,000 prize pool. We didn't really make any predictions, Floki. Have you got any predictions to make?
Well, you've certainly put me in the spot now, so I guess I'm gonna have to say something. I believe, if I had to make a prediction, I'm gonna say that Total Gaming are gonna make a comeback. I think they realize the mistake they've made here in map number one, and I think certainly losing out that quickly, it's gonna pinch them. It's certainly gonna pinch them. A team like Total Gaming, who have shown consistently that they're a rather strong team, they're gonna take their lessons and come back. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I think Total Gaming is probably gonna be the one who take away the lion's share of the 20,000 rupees prize pool. But yeah, I mean, I believe that we've lost Moon, we've lost Awake for a moment, but he's gonna come back here just real quick. There he is. There we go. Yeah, so there you go, standings in front of you now. XTZ Esports, Fuegos and Chaos tied for second place. Wow, look at this, Awake. Just look at this screen. Look at this skill. I mean, look at this. Look at these standings, really. The score tells us so much about what happened during the game. You can clearly see the teams that took risks ended up being eliminated very early on. And look at the point difference. There's a 15-point difference between the second place and the sixth place. I mean, even between the second place and the third place, there's a 12-point difference. Usually, it's a lot closer than this. Usually, teams are a lot more. They're not as expedient with their resources as some of these teams were here today, and they're gonna be feeling the burn. If they want to really take home some of this money, they're gonna have to work hard for it, because XTZ Esports are not gonna cut them any corners if game one is an indication of what's to come. But yeah, with that down the way, I'm really interested to see what Amaterasu and Raven are going to bring, because I believe Raven had a very good start. They were up 4 players, but then all of a sudden they took this random early fight, and as a result, they just got eliminated very early on. Royal Beast as well, a team that was performing really well yesterday, sort of struggling to find their footing here. Fortunately, 3 more maps to go, so they should be able to mount a comeback soon enough. The fan favorites, UG Empire and TSG United, well, the fans are going to be disappointed because they're in 10th and 11th place, and Optimum Esports is last as well. So a lot of these teams have some catching up to do, but we have 3 maps, ladies and gentlemen, once again. So it's going to be a lot of room for them to work it and get back in the groove, and hopefully take a little bit of money out of the 20,000 rupee prize pool. Now, map number 2 is going to be Kalahari. For those of you wondering, it's on your screens right now. And these matches are going to be played back to back. So expect these teams to adapt rather quickly. Expect these teams to understand each other's play styles, correct their mistakes, and give us a better game too. They're not going to make the same mistakes they made in game one. Uh, in the meantime, what you guys can do, since you have tuned in, is that we're actually doing a diamond giveaway. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are giving away 310 diamonds, and it's only going to be going to 5 lucky viewers. So if you want to be a part of those 5, make sure that you tune in to a stream. Make sure you sign up through the registration. The link is in the chat, I believe. And also make sure that you follow OnePlay Esports on all their social media. They're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And if you follow them, You're going to know when these tournaments are up. You might be able to register for some of them. And if you're just a person who likes to view tournaments, if you're just someone who likes to see things happening, well, they've got you covered as well. You know, we do giveaways all the time, so there's a little incentive for you to tune into the stream and watch it. But at the end of the day, at the very least, you will always have some really good free fire to bank on. And Vivek, I see your head bobbing, I see you moving, you're back.
Yeah,
Is your name Slim
yeah.
Shady? Okay, this is an Eminem reference. Never mind. Let it be.
I know,
We let that
I
one
know.
slide.
No, Floki, I'm just a stan. But to be honest, no. I just want to see what happens on Kalahari. I think my hair was in a mess because I was a bit frazzled by how that final circle played out on Bermuda. It was so touch and go. I mean, Fuegos were there until the end, playing it to perfection, and we saw how much trouble XTZ and Royal Beast were in. So I'm just really curious to see how Kalahari plays out. Is everybody going to be as conservative? Is Total Gaming going to suffer an early exit, a kind of disheartening exit? Is TSG, not DSG, is TSG going to survive till the end? These are all the questions and more that you, I, and chat have,
Wow.
and these are the questions you're going to find some
These drops.
answers to, Floki, as we drop into Kalahari. Yeah, what about these drops?
They're so decisive. Look at them. Everyone opting to drop before even the plane reaches the halfway mark, essentially. And all the teams are out. There we go. The plane's off the grid. And all of these teams really, okay, I think they've all figured out where they want to go. Die another day, though, they're going to find themselves on top of submarines, so they're going to have the highest quality of loot available. Callers Lords making their way here towards the sub, as we can see on the map. Dragger is going to land here on the pavement, but I hear gunshots right off the bat. Only 47 people alive. Raven Esports playing with one member down. I'm not sure if this was a kill or if this was just a disconnect, but that is not something they're going to be too pleased about. Die another day. Well, they have to be not pleased about the fact that Roshan Singh is going to get eliminated right off the bat. And well, they've lost a finger early. They've lost one of their members, and there's even more firefights brewing out down towards the bottom of the submarine area. It's going to be Srijal on the receiving end of that. He had an LMG to work with, but he never really got to use it. He's been eliminated as well. And it's going to be Drago who's responsible for these kills. Suraj coming in to get revenge. The AP is here, goes uphill, takes the staircase, and pays the price for it. Going in blind like that without resources, it can cost you. And boy, has it costed both of these teams here. As die another day, they've lost two of their members, and UG Empire too have lost two of theirs.
Yeah, Drago's still doing his best. I think he's just trying to secure that one knock kill. Now, are they really going to push UG Empire? How hard can they push? The effective HP coming out from the Alok heal. Is there a glue wall for now for Drago? But that glue wall corners him as Deep gets picked off. The shotgun being his undoing. Suraj getting prepped for that kill. And now it's just Drago all by himself trying to make the UMP work. He's also trying to just get some angle to work with. He wants to take this fight with Suraj, but he knows how punishing the shotguns can be. He's going to switch over to his shotty, but his shotty, well, it's not better than Suraj's. UG Empire, they'll get the first shutdown of Kalahari as they've made sure that Die Another Day will not be seeing any more action on Kalahari.
Yeah, Die Another Day, well, they certainly lived up to their name, except the fact that they died today in map number 2 on Kalahari. That's very, very unfortunate. UG Empire, questionable decisions. They take a very early fight, a very expensive fight, expend tons of resources, and even now they're under fire. I believe one of them got tagged. So yeah, I think fans are going to be slightly puzzled as to what's happening. But hey, you know what? If you believe that these early fights are worth it, if you think you can get these kills and then edge it out close to the late game, go for it.
Yeah, you were also a bit puzzled at the beginning as to why there are only 47 members on the server. I think Raven Esports didn't have one man connect. So Raven Esports are one man / woman down, and they're going to try and make do with it. Deadshot was very, very promising yesterday. I'm not quite sure if he can live up to the promise. They're a team that's come in through the opens. It's a pure test by Fuego for them, a pure test by fire for them. But they might just be able to live up to it as Fuego. they've been spotted out, and I've got to commend Raven Esports. They have one member down, but they're still going to try their hardest to contest Fuego.
Oh
Gucci
no,
has
Harka.
been knocked. That's a sublime shot coming out from Deadshot, and that's why this man was leading the kill score, and it was just leading yesterday in terms of kills. Deadshot, accurate with his gun, without even a vest to work with, is just firing away. The real question is, can he convert any of these knocks into something a little bit more meaningful, Floki?
Hmm. Interesting decision here. I'm surprised that Deadshot even went for that. He is getting a kill, but in turn they gave away their position
Yep.
entirely. And the danger zone's not going to be doing them any favors either. So Raven, I mean, I'm a little puzzled, but hey, it's a free kill. You know, if they manage to make it towards the end and if they time their aggression really well in third party and get themselves a few kills, maybe inch closer to that second or third place, they can mount a
Mm-hmm.
comeback in these series. It's not based
Yep.
on who's position one, it's based on the number of points you get. And as long as you're good at mathematics, you should be good at this game too. Well, you
Oh,
also have to be good at gunfighting, and if you're not, just take the shotgun and blast heads like Concept. Although I'm sure Concept just really didn't have a lot of options and opted to go for the shotgun. Pretty sure he's really good with a rifle as well. Jazz B though, with the VSS in hand, he's turning towards Swastik. The man from Raven who'd eliminated a lot of members from Total Gaming this time around is gone, and Raven now just with one member alive, Vivek. I think they have to be, the stomach has to be turning right now.
yeah. I mean, they had only 3 members on the server. They got that one kill, but it's looking really, really dire for Raven. It's also not looking too good for TSG. TSG, they've suffered a knock. Fuegos did lose Gucci earlier. I think that was Deadshot's work, really, but they've managed to reposition themselves towards Foundation. And now they've got to be a little bit more concerned because there's another team that's joining this party at Foundation, and that's XTZ Esports. They looked really, really strong on Bermuda. Can they keep that momentum going? How many kills can they find? Have TSG got any fight in them? Jarvis doesn't have too many options. He's got friends though, and they're going to try their best to hold on. Lipsmoke is bleeding out. Lipsmoke undone. TSG eliminated. This is not looking too kind for them. They had a horrible placement on Bermuda. They're going to place 10th. No, excuse me, 11th
11th. Yeah, it's
on
even worse.
Kalahari. This is going. I don't know. They won the previous Thursday, Friday. This time around, they're looking really questionable. Fuegos, they've got one member on the server, just there all by himself. And XTZ, they've come to play. They've come to party. They are looking really, really strong. And Nivesh is even challenging someone that I cannot even see on my map, for God's sake. These guys have no fear. Distance is, well, a man-made
It's a
unit of
concept.
measurement. It is a concept. It is a pure concept that they are challenging with their scoped weapons. The 4X, good enough for Nivesh. Royal Beast, though, they're not a team that's going to get pushed over all that easily. Jasby did have the VSS earlier. We actually saw him whiff a couple of his shots, but Royal Beast had 3 kills. It's Royal Beast versus XTZ, really trying to duke it out towards Foundation. I think this is going to be one of the more crucial fights of Kalahari. And, you know, as this fight drags on, Floki, we might just see more teams move in this general direction because they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I mean, looks like Royal Beasts are gonna have their work cut out for them. Right now, they're trying to take a fight against XTZ Esports. Remember, these guys are not to be trifled with. The performance they showed last game was deadly. These guys, I mean, yeah, those white suits suit them so perfectly because they symbolize death. I am not too sure if not Raven Esports, sorry, Royal Beast are wise to do this, but it seems that they do have the positioning advantage, so there's a lot of merit to their aggression,
Yep.
certainly. But
Yep.
the XTZ, they're going to look to shut that down because there are 2 members right below the building. Question is, how do you get on top of that structure?
I mean, if you did manage to pick up a grapple gun, you could try and be cheeky. I don't think XTZ have anyone with a grapple gun, and even if they do, they're
Yeah.
not going to be ridiculous. So they're just trying to be patient, see who peaks, work with the scopes that they have. For now, Nivesh is just, firing away, just keeping them distracted. He's got half a helmet to work with. That's good enough. When you got very competent snipers on your side, JT and Illuminati are trying to find some approach to that structure. The zone well, it's still okay. It's still okay for now. I mean, XTZ can work with this, but it looks as if Royal Bees say enough is enough. We're just moving inward, and you can see a lot of teams start to make these rotations. You got Total Gaming just clumped up with team number 10.
Hmm.
And XTZ actually do manage to land a knock. There you go. That's XTZ lighting up the scoreboard. Wasio was knocked, but he's been dredged up. Total Gaming have got to find some way of undoing Team Chaos. Team Chaos also one of the more promising teams. They came in through the open. Tech KK and Arslan. If you give these guys a grenade launcher, if you give them grenades, I've seen them do magic, and they're going to try and recreate some of that. The problem, though, for now, is that it's Fozzy Ajay who's tossing in these nades. They've got these roofs, and this is what this map is fundamentally about: getting high ground, holding on to it. And it looks as if Total Gaming are not going to move. They're not going to budge for now.
Yeah. Certainly, Royal Beast and XTZ leading the charge right now with all 4 members alive and 3 kills. They're in prime position, sounding the gala horns, rallying their troops.
This
And
is problematic
XTZ,
for Total Gaming. Wasio's been eliminated. They're one man down. Them trying to
oh no,
camp that
Illuminati.
part of the map hasn't paid dividends. And Illuminati, well, we mentioned how good they are with sniper rifles. Illuminati takes one straight to the head,
Oh.
and well, he's been knocked and knocked again. The VSS, it's a little embarrassing. XTC are not going to be too pleased about this. Illuminati will finally get back on his feet for a second time. Elsewhere, Total Gaming are still fighting Team Chaos. Pratham is
Oh no, Mafia Bala.
not
Wow.
in the fray for now. Pratham is actually eliminated. Fozzy Ajay pushing, and he's got Mafia Bala coming up the stairs as well. Mafia Bala switches over to the shotgun, doesn't get too much done. Golden is bleeding out. It's Fozzy Ajay who's really doing a lot of heavy lifting with these knocks. Mafia Bala will go in for the res. Golden is back on his feet. It's the 3 members of Total Gaming trying to really challenge Team Chaos. Mafia Bala and Golden both together on the second floor. Fozzy Ajay just providing great cover fire with the XM8, will manage to find the knock. Team Chaos, they've got only 2 members on the server, and Total Gaming can feel that confidence coming through. They want to push. Tech KK doesn't want to. Tech KK is out of there. He's going to try and reposition with that BSS and find a better angle. They do not have any info as to where Arslan is, but Tech KK has been spotted out. He is taking damage. He's circling around that one apartment, trying to get something done. Fozzy Ajay on that glue wall is just going to try and hold on, but Tech KK, well, has got his number. Fozzy Ajay, jeez, is he trying to jump off? Yeah, he's actually jumped off. So he's gotten into a position where Mafia Bala and the others can actually res him up. But elsewhere, XTZ are just lighting up the kill feed as you can see members just disappearing off the server. And I think we have a shutdown. That's another team just getting eliminated. But Total Gaming, without Fozzy Ajay, they've got their hopes resting on Mafia Bala and Golden. Fozzy Ajay will quickly get back on his feet. This has been a back and forth affair, but Tech KK and Team Chaos say enough is enough. They're going to cut their losses and start moving because the circle's moving, Floki.
Yeah, the circle's moving, and it looks like it's just going to be Sivanesh from Raven Esports, the last remaining hope. Can't really gatekeep these 2 teams, so he's going to have to let him pass. And look at team number 11, UG Empire, perched up perfectly on top of that tower there. They're going to be able to prevent some of these teams coming in. And if Sivanesh is careful, he might find himself a couple of kills there. Royal Beast, they're the ones making it inside. Arpat going a little buck wild here, scouting this little area, seeing if there's any loot to be found. He'll find himself a shiny new helmet. It's going to prevent his head from being split open and pierced with bullets and drilled with holes. But right now, Bhavic's body is being drilled with holes. He's going to lose his life. He was the man with the medigun, and it's going to be Suraj who finds the kill. And just like that, Calls loves, they've been eliminated.
8th place for them.
UG Empire. Yeah, it's just 2 members from UG Empire who did that. This is great stuff for them. 7 kills. If they can just make it to the top 3 in terms of positioning, they're going to be set for the upcoming games. XTZ, though, I think they're hungry. They're looking for blood, so they're going to up the ante over here a little bit. It's Mr. Jetty with the sniper rifle eyeing up Tech KK. The shot hits perfectly, and Tech KK rethinking his life decisions right now after eating that bullet straight to his face. What's for dinner? It's lead. And for now, it's going to be alcohol and bandages because they need to make sure that they can repair the damage and live to fight another day. Matarasu as well here on the corner awake.
Yeah. Amaterasu is just being patient. They've got a good amount of loot. They've got this one little loot box for cover for Golden Hawk. He really wants to land some of the shots with the AWM. The AWM doesn't do much in terms of armor penetration, but he can still try and find that shot that he's looking for. It's my sniper versus your sniper, but sub snipers haven't really worked out as Team Chaos. They're they're still in play, but Raven Esports are going to get shut down. We saw how Civic Nash was on that watch post, trying to just gatekeep everyone, had that bird's eye view, but didn't get too much done. XTZ are suffering casualties as well, as they have one member bleeding out. JT, the sniper that we spoke so highly of, is undone, and Jinotra, well, he's outside the zone, so Jinotra has to make this awkward rotation. Amaterasu clearly playing the long game here. They're playing for placement, but this three-way affair is going to be rather interesting, because UG Empire, they have one man Suraj just being a nuisance, just lurking about. Amaterasu, they have three members alive. Unfortunately, Soham, who looks so good on the previous Thursday and Friday, doesn't have too much health, and neither does Poopy. They're trying their MP40s and trying their best to really make those guns work for them, but Jinotra with the shotgun will stand strong. Jinotra unfortunately gets traded. He's bleeding out. It's all down to Illuminati. Illuminati with the Thompson will manage to find Fozzy Ajay, but he doesn't have too many friends. Fozzy Ajay will get killed. That's a knock converted into a kill. That's more points for the side of XTC, but there's just one man alive for the side of XTC, and they've got to try their hardest to make this work. More members dying to the zone as UG Empire are trying their hardest to stay in this game, but they've been eliminated. Just three members alive. It's Amaterasu, Total Gaming, and Royal Beast. Amaterasu fortunately have Golden Hawk and Soham trying their hardest to hold on. War, he's given away his position. War, well, he's in this corner and grenades are being tossed out. Can War hold on for Royal Beast? War, his head is showing. That fence will not do him any favors. Golden Hawk with the cover fire. Soham just needs to push. It's actually Golden Hawk that's going to push. A couple of glue walls deployed. Soham has got to just mark that angle. War in a corner, in the edge of the zone, will be brought down. It's Amaterasu who actually claimed the booyah. They look so strong on the previous Thursday and Friday, and this is why. It's not Soham who really lit up the kill feed, unlike the previous 2 days of play. It's teamwork that really stood out for them as they score 34 points. So that's 7 into 2. That's 14 points for all the kills that they got. And I think
20 points for placement. Yeah, the 20 points of placement.
It did add up.
It did add up. Yeah, it did.
Good, it did. Total Gaming did really show up. They played for placement this time around. They didn't get too many kills. So that's 20, 17, 15 points for coming in third, plus 3 into 6, 21 points. Am I getting that right? 21 points for them on Kalahari. They're not going to be too displeased about that. Fuegos really had a rough game on Kalahari, Floki. They really didn't find too much.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fuego, the fire, it remained mere embers that were snuffed out pretty early on, but there's always 2 more maps to go through. XTZ, though, they're still showing consistency, getting tons of kills and placing 4th. They're going to be quite pleased. They're still going to find themselves on top of the leaderboard, because I don't think any of these teams have got enough points to propel them towards that first place position. So XTZ, they established a very comfortable lead in map number 1. And this is sort of the advantage that it gives them. They just need to make sure that no other team is allowed to run amok and get tons of kills and also placement points, because that's the only real threat they're gonna have to their positioning over here. They still play role number 1, they still position number 1, and they just don't have to do as much work as some of these other teams do. On the other hand, if you're Total Gaming, or if you're Optimum Esports, or if you're TSG United, yeah, you really better pull up your socks, because otherwise you're not going to be seeing any money. You're going to walk home empty-handed.
Yep. Good job coming up from XTC. That's 22 points just off their kills. I mean, when first place goes about 34, and if you're just getting 22 points purely from getting all those kills, I think they got 11 kills. You've got to be very, very pleased with the kind of progress you made. I think if they could just hold on and get anywhere close to 5 or 6 or 7 kills on Purgatory, they can start to sense the booyah, the bigger booyah, which is winning the One Play Esports Freefire Open for India. 20,000 rupees is that bigger booyah that they're fighting it out for, and 20,000 rupees is what all these teams will have on their mind after this short break. We're going to be right back with Purgatory. 2 kills confirmed.
And sound, that is something which I really like. At the moment, Optimum is in bunch of trouble. They get taken down by Jarvis. Jarvis completely Princing, that is a question. Glue walls protecting him, the play zone. Not really. Princing gets taken down, and there you can see that is the booyah. And there you can see TSG United. As you said, they should be getting the booyah. They did get the booyah. Team Chaos, who is struggling with only one man survival. I don't know what's happening with GZ. Abhay gets one. A good revival coming in, but team number 6, they probably will rush. And I guess that's what it is. That's probably happening. The rush that's probably coming in.
I mean, for now he has to deal with Malik, and yeah, it looks like in essence a 1v1. But Shahid doesn't have too much in terms of Kevlar or body armor, so he wants to finish off Abhay and go rest his friends. Abhay gonna be enough? No, Abhay swung around. Abhay is actually starting to make a rotation, and Shahid senses this. Shahid will just ditch and try and run, but Abhay is hunting. Both these players want to secure that kill. They're going for glory. They're being a little bit silly over here. It's do or die. It's not about placements, and it's death. It's death for GZ Army as Abhay has been undone. The mutants still have Shahid on the server. GZ Army are not going to be pleased about this. Really impressed with how players are trying to use boost, but then they say, who needs verticality when we can just stop you with an SMG? And Fozzy Ajay, he's going to say enough is enough. Amadras have been shut down, eliminated. Bye-bye. 9th place for them. Abhi ke liye crushed Esports. They are not going to be too pleased about this. Because Optimum are starting to push them. They will manage to find one knock, but Umber's bleeding out. It's just Duker all by himself. How much can Duker do? Umber, I believe his own grenade was his own undoing, and Optimum Esports will just push them, flush them, undo them, as they do not lose a single member in the process. Mafia is still alive and healthy. He has got one pocket of space. As you say, it is a pocket. He's holding on to it. XTZ are holding on to what they have, because Illuminati, he gets knocked, but he's going to get dressed quickly. XTZ, well, Illuminati is done. I think Optimum Esports have been shut down. It's just XTZ and the others somehow alive, and they managed to pull together. Total Gaming get bested. I think they came in second. XTZ pulling it out. I am as puzzled and as unsure of what the hell just happened, but what's happening is TSG and Optimum Esports, and Optimum Esports are losing members bit by bit. Messi on the floor, it's just Rahil all by himself, and Rahil undone. Optimum Esports
earlier, nonetheless, it's going to be an absolute barrage of gunfights and blue walls. Who's going to come out on top? I don't really think we can understand anything from here on. This is Swastik. He still stays on his foot, but I guess Swastik and Ajit are the only ones who are still up there. This is Malik. Malik takes down one guy, I believe. Yes, he takes down Swastik. Gurkurat takes down Ajit as well. This is the mutants that you were talking about. One man down for Team Chaos. Once again, Revo completely overwhelmed by the presence of TSG. There's going to be Lip Smoke as well as Sasuke. Both of them probably will try and climb. Will they get the kill? I'm not really sure. Glue walls coming in left and right, and the grenade as well. This is probably going to last long. At the moment, Sasuke takes one. Lip Smoke has been taken down. Sasuke has been completely obliterated as well. It's once again AP is here, and he with the VSS completes things off in style.
giving away his position, he's gonna get pushed. Golden in this 1v4, can he clutch it out for his team? Have they got enough? What can the Black Flame do for us today? Well, one knock for a start, one knock converted into a kill. So Amadras, who has 7 kills to work with, is second place good enough? Can Golden do more? No, he can't. He hops about in the balcony, gets shot, gets shut down. UG Empire claim the booyah. Didn't manage to get that knock, but he's in enough. Fraddy is going to find Fozzy Ajay, so Total Gaming elsewhere getting caught mid-rotation, and between both these teams, I think Amaterasu is going to come out on top. Uncultured being undone bit by bit as Ribo gets finished. Ribo doesn't have too many friends. They're fighting outside the safe zone, but now the mutants. Can they surpass Amaterasu? Can they surpass the other contenders? It's looking rough because Tyagi, he's got a great launcher and he's actually making life look really difficult for everyone. TSG United, they're topping in terms of kills. They might just be a first place winner in this tournament. TSG looking really strong. Gurukha cleaning out. Shahid is...
Illuminati. Some say it's a top secret organization that's responsible for controlling the entirety of human society as we know it. But here in Free Fire, it's just a boy who loves playing the game, and it's a boy who clutches when his team needs it. I'm talking about XTZ Esports, and boy, did they bring the fire. Well, we have a team named Fuego, but XTZ Esports, I think they should probably apply for a trademark and they should take that name because it really suits them and it really suits the
Yeah.
way they play.
Yeah, I mean XTZ have really, really stepped up. They are looking like the contender for the bigger boo. Yeah, yeah. You mentioned that having skin in the game is what makes this game fun. I don't know if I made a call earlier, but I'm still rooting for Team Chaos in all of this. I think Tech KK and Arslan, they have done so much in the past. You still got to remember though that some of these teams, especially Total Gaming, they've got to play the FFCS, which is the Continental Series. They're moving into a higher league of play, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to be too pleased with how these first two maps have turned out for them, because we got the standings on your screen, Floki. We can take a look at how it's panned out so far. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
XTZ Esports, look at that. Holy crap. 29-point difference. Yikes.
yeah, I
Do you
think
think some of
Bao
these teams are going
is.
to eye them up now?
Um, I mean, there have always been a bunch of promising players. I remember seeing even in the Freefire India Championship that they have a lot of individual kill potential. Like these individuals,
Yeah.
they know how to frag. That's something I can't question about them.
Hmm.
But the real question is: are Total Gaming happy with where they are? Is it is it time for them to really step up, because some of the fan favorites, Total Gaming was voted as the fan favorite in the Free Fire India Championship, and even UG Empire. We love these teams, we love these brands, but they've got a lot of catching up to do, because XTZ, if they get themselves, you know, another 8 kills, they're setting a score which even some cricketers in my building struggle to get past.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned that Total Gaming are not going to be too pleased with where they are, but I'd like to allude to a small story that we were told in kindergarten. It's about the tortoise and the hare. And if there's a moral to be learned, that it's that slow and steady wins the race. Maybe that's the approach Total Gaming are going for. Just be a little consistent. Sure, they've been stuck on sixth place for now, but if you look at the standings in terms of points, they're not that far from second or third place. So if they can just keep this performance up, and take an appropriate risk or two here and there, I'm sure we're going to see them in top three. But
Yeah.
it's not going to be a walk in the park at the same time either, because next map is Purgatory, and it's going to be a little difficult to pull off that same performance on this particular map.
Yeah, Purgatory is going to be a very interesting affair, Floki. I'm not quite sure who's going to, one, fight for Morehouse, to have the courage to land into Brasilia. And if the one thing you want to remember about Purgatory is that there isn't much in terms of cover, you're just working with trees.
Yeah,
So if you look at a team like XTZ, which is just so strong with its weaponry, if they are just patient on the map, if they just take a little bit of an off-centrist drop, and if they come in late, they might just secure the tournament for themselves, Floki, because all they need are, if they get themselves 8 kills, and it's a cakewalk for JT and the others to just get themselves those kills. They can just secure themselves the tournament itself.
yeah.
So yeah, we might just see XTC run away with the tournament, or we could see teams like Total Gaming finally make the comeback of their lives. They're sitting at 35 points. They need to at least get how many kills is that? 8 kills to come into top three, and maybe then a booyah, or even third or a fourth place finish, and then they've started to close the gap between them and some of the other teams. Even Fuego is not looking that good. They played well for placement on Bermuda, but they fell and they dipped a bit too quickly on Kalahari. So it's Purgatory, which is do or die. It's that middle ground between Swarglok and Patallok. There's no other way to put it. Who moves up to the heavens and who stays in the Patallok, I have no idea. But we should find out soon enough. The plane path, it's not one that's really going to encourage anyone to go towards Moat House. There is a heavy price to play if you land that far away. But yeah, XTC are actually contemplating it. They are like, Well,
Oh, they
we're
might
here
be
for the
contested.
kills. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be an early contest here of Moathouse. It looks as if a bunch of teams are just going full north
yeah.
for the best Sarso da Saag on Purgatory, as they want it.
Yeah, XTZ they actually gonna make do with just being on the outskirts of Moathouse, not opting to go completely in there. And oh no, once again, Raven Esports, they're playing with three members awake. This is so unfortunate for them right off the bat.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna have to lament later because XTZ they're lighting up. Well, they're at least lighting up something. I'm not too sure what it is right now, but I can hear gunshots being fired. And where there's smoke, there's fire.
yeah,
It's Pau right now, the who and Amaterasu are also playing with three teammates. This is really unfortunate to see. Two teams right off the bat playing with a man disadvantage. Kind of sucks,
yeah,
but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
yeah. Amaterasu and Raven in this 3v3. I don't think either one of these teams wants to really take this fight because there's not much that can be accomplished. I mean, Raven Esports are definitely just trying to run away, right? They're ditching this, and even Amaterasu wants no part of this. Swastik ran away very early on. He's just running by the road, just trying to check if the digging has come to an end, if fiber cable has finally reached the area. For now, Moathouse is going to be peaceful. It's going to be peaceful for now, but it's not going to be all that straightforward for Concept and the others. Royal Beast, they've committed to Moathouse, but XTZ are just camping them. They said, you know what, you can have Moathouse when you try and come back onto the mainland. We'll be waiting for you. So this is the play from XTC. You can see JT just trying to get a little bit of high ground and get a little bit of information. He's also moving onto that next compound. So XTC are looting effectively, and they're trying to hunt. They're basically just trying to hunt Royal Beast and take them out early.
Yeah, and it's a good strategy, you know. Royal Beast they showed a little bit of restraint. They showed like they're also here to play, albeit they're finding it a little bit difficult to play. So the fact that you have a team like Royal Beast who is sort of in this position where they have to take an early fight, they're certainly going to be questioning themselves, right? And it's good if you can induce that self-doubt in the enemy team. It just gives you an edge, a mental edge, if nothing else, and
Yep.
that can make or break the difference. Jarvis for now though. He's fallen, he can't get up as his ankles have been sliced from underneath him and then his entire body has been chopped up into two and sent back home because he's been eliminated. TSG losing one of their members once again right off the bat. This is not what we were hoping for, Vic. This is the second time TSG are losing so early on. This is
Yeah.
not a sight we want to see.
Yeah, they lost two members. They lost Jarvis and Madara. Now, Sasuke, he was top fragging on our previous 2 days of play. Sasuke needs to really carry the burden for his team this time around because TSG are in this really backward position. And sometimes when you wear attire that's not meant for the kind of land that you're meant to be working on, it can be a struggle. But yeah, TSG, just two members for now. Sasuke has got to try and pull this one back. They're just enjoying the landscape for now. I can just see
Yeah,
some of them running around like nut jobs in their vehicles. Total Gaming, they've got themselves those 2 kills. They're having fun. They're hunting with their cars, and they've also gotten into the zone. I think it's a really smart approach to get yourself a vehicle on Purgatory because I mentioned that you do not have cover, and if you get yourself a vehicle and the vehicle is your scout, you can find yourself a lot of information and maybe even find kills. For now though, Royal Beast, they've taken care of JT. JT the sniper takes a bullet to the head, but they're going to be a little bit preoccupied with UG Empire as Suraj will manage to find a knock. Unfortunately, Srijal has been knocked out, and die another day in this back and forth, have Drago bleeding out. It's now up to Suraj in a biz here. It's just Suraj all by himself with the shotgun. UG Empire, they've actually managed to convert those knocks into kills. Suraj has done his bit. Let's die another day. Shut down way early. They're going to get out on Purgatory in 12th place. Bye-bye to die another day. We saw them really struggle on Kalahari, and the struggle continues, Floki.
yeah. It's an uphill battle for some of these teams. One must imagine Sisyphus happy is what they usually say, but Sisyphus in this position wouldn't be too happy with himself, especially Ife Tahir. He's gonna get taken down by Pratha. And his rival, it's singing a song of death as everyone who comes in the sights is just dropping dead. Arsalan is going to be shut down for now as Pavik drops him to the floor. But look at this, a surge of kills, and Pavik is also going to end up biting the dust. Tech K is going to be revived, and Team Chaos, they find themselves on top of the leaderboards once again. This is the team that you talked about, Vivek. This is the team that you were excited to see, and they're certainly putting up a great performance here. Callers Lords, on the other hand, really just scrambling to stay alive as there's gunfire all around them. What's for breakfast? It's metal, and nobody likes eating lead. It's going to be hard to digest that as Callers Lords are going to be eliminated in 9th place. Not a place where you want to be eliminated. Fuegos and TSG United both have lost 2 members each, and Amaterasu and Raven Esports, they're already working with their man disadvantage. So only 4 teams remain who have a good shot at contesting XTZ, who have been eliminated, by the way, Vivek. XTZ, well, their spot is up for grabs now.
Yeah, XTZ getting eliminated very early on, just 1 kill so far. And I mentioned, I think this was the team that I was really hoping would step up. It's Team Chaos, and they are starting to bridge the gap. So XTZ have got to be concerned. This is a bit too early an exit for my taste, Floki. And they would have liked to get more on Purgatory because Total Gaming has come to play as well. They've got themselves 5 kills. If they, like I mentioned, about they're at 35 points. They've got 5 kills. It's 10 points. They're up to 45. They're in close vicinity of top 5. If they can get themselves maybe 3rd or 4th place, then XTZ has got to give it their all in Kalahari to really claim 1st place. So this map is actually starting to turn the entire tournament because Purgatory is that kind of a place where anything can happen, and it might seem as if you might want to rethink all your choices altogether. For now, Optimum Esports, they've got all 5 members alive and healthy, and they're trying to duke it out versus Amaterasu. Amaterasu, again, one of those teams which is up there, tied in terms of points. So Bhau and the others have been phenomenal. They did manage to push in and claim the Booyah in the previous map. So Soham and the others are fundamentally a strong team. Amaterasu is also going to do their best to really cause a lot of upsets because upsets are being caused as we speak on Purgatory, Floki.
Yeah, Total Gaming, I spoke about them earlier. I was hoping that they could make a comeback. It was 1 map delayed, but it's going to be a comeback nonetheless because they found themselves 5 kills with all 4 members still alive and still a lot of real estate to conquer. They're going to be quite pleased with the position they find themselves in. If they are clever and if they're patient, they could end up third-partying Optimum and, well, team level here. But it's going to take a lot of intelligence and it's going to take good scouting. So I'm curious to see who from Total Gaming decides to be the scout right now, if at all. I think I don't think Mafia Bala is a scout, is he? He just likes to snipe and stay perched up on a hillside. Who's the scout from Total
they're
Gaming?
They're flexible about it, Floki. They're very flexible. Sometimes it's Fozzy Ajay, sometimes it's Wasio. It's Mafia Bala is somebody who likes to sit down and be that wall of reliability, but they're very, very flexible about how they have a scout or what the concept of a scout means in their teams. Earlier, it used to be Fozzy Ajay. And I've seen them switch it up. So it's meant to be fluid so that you don't have a read on this team. Wasio for now knows exactly what he's doing with that 4x scope. It's a good knock to start things out with. And there you can see the push coming through. Fozzy Ajay is just driving by in a vehicle. How much does he do? Does he get anything done with that car? He snuck in close, has that shotgun ready, has deployed a glue wall as well. Tyagi, just peeking from that window, has got to be careful because Fozzy Ajay could start to push him. More glue walls being deployed, 1 window being blocked. So Optimum Esports have less vision to work with, less points of access to really try and undo Total Gaming. So Fozzy Ajay just being a nuisance. Tyagi pinned in with that Tommy gun, has got to be patient. Rahil takes a bullet to the head, bit by bit. Optimum Esports being undone. The thing that's going to concern Total Gaming is that Mafia Bala has been knocked and eliminated. So Total Gaming, they got 5 kills, but they're missing Mafia Bala, and they haven't found too much success versus Optimum Esports. Just a knock onto Rahil. So Rahil is bleeding, but Optimum Esports can still manage to fight back. Total Gaming have tried to be really sneaky. Rahil is still bleeding, and Rahil might actually end up being finished. Total Gaming still trying to find some sort of an opening. Tyagi, that's not the glue wall he wanted. He gets shot in the back. Golden has found that opening that he was looking for. Optimum Esports bit by bit shooting themselves in the foot. But there's Raven Esports. Excuse me, it's Bao actually who chimes in. Bao has managed to find one knock and one kill onto Total Gaming. So Golden undone. Total Gaming bit by bit losing numbers as well. They wanted to push Optimum Esports. They found a couple of kills, but they're losing numbers as they're starting to get third partied in this river. There's blood in the river, blood on the trees, blood on the leaves, as there are more teams just starting to encroach this one little piece of real estate that everybody's trying so hard to fight for. You can see team number 11, that's UG Empire, also in the vicinity. They want in on this action, but they do not want to commit too soon. Optimum Esports, they've got 2 members to work with. Total Gaming, they've got 2 members as well. This could be interesting because Raven Esports, they want more. Those 3 members have managed to really cause problems for both Optimum as well as Total Gaming. And now it's this 3-way deadlock with UG Empire also flirting with the idea of, hey, when do we move in, Floki? When do we move in?
Yeah. It's like that roommate that you have who's asking you if he can move in, and you're kind of full in your apartment, and he's probably gonna have to sleep on the floor, but you like him anyway, so you try to accommodate him. That's what they're trying to do. But Total Gaming right now caught in the house there. They are finding it difficult to move outside. The zone, fortunately, they're inside the zone, so there's not a lot of pressure for them to move. But oh my goodness, Vasio! Brains splattered all across the house, painted red. And call yourself a painter if you get that reference. I'm going to be really proud of you. But man, that's the most efficient grenade launcher grenade I've ever seen.
Yeah. One grenade to rule them all, one grenade to undo them all. Optimum Esports, bye-bye to them. Now it's Raven Esports that are really the next issue that Total Gaming have got to deal with. I think we need to look at the map because you can see, well, we're a bit too tunnel visioned on this river. TSG are still in, so you can see them make that long rotation. Total Gaming as well as Amaterasu, not Raven Esports. What am I saying? Amaterasu are bunched in this river. Raven is in the vicinity as well. Raven also contemplating whether they really need to go and fight for these 2 compounds. You can see a Pizier and the others also trying to move in from the side of UG Empire. This can be a very interesting final circle. I think Total Gaming, more than this final circle, I don't want to call it the final circle, more than this final circle, they have planted the seed of doubt that's really going to make XTZ question their decision to go and contest and camp Moat House at the beginning of this map.
Yeah. Not all hope is lost though, Vic. They've only found themselves 8 kills. If they are the next team to be eliminated, XTZ could be maintaining the lead. But they're probably going to be biting their nails right now. And Total Gaming are well aware that they need to stretch themselves thin. They need to make sure that they're able to get that first position, get those placement points. But Sasuke, on the other part of the map, is, well, he's shutting someone down. I'm not too sure who it is.
Fuegos.
But it's the Fuegos. There we go. It's the fire team. And Fuegos, they're just down to 1 member. And I think they know he's there. They know he's sitting. He has a lot of med kits, so he's going to choose to sit here and heal, but he's not going to be getting inside the circle. He's not going to be surprising anyone. His position has been marked, and his death is inevitable.
Yep. Arca, just by this haystack, is really suffering a lot of damage to the zone. And TSG say enough is enough. They need to get into the zone as well. They're going to just try and move in. So TSG, they get that 1 kill. And Arca is the 1 member from the side of Fuegos that's alive and healthy. Pratham doing some neat tricks with the grenades. As always, the utility usage on the side of Team Chaos is really impressive, as a Pizier is dead. Finally, Fuegos will exit the server. They've been shut down. They're going to go back in 7th place. They're going to get out in 7th place. So it seems mathematically impossible for the Fuegos to mount any sort of a comeback and a win on Kalahari. They certainly must be a little deflated with the way Purgatory as well as Kalahari have turned out for them. Their final map is going to be Bermuda. I don't think they can mount a comeback, Floki. For now, UG Empire, they've got 5 kills. Srijal in this maze of glue walls is holding on, but he's going to get pushed as Tech KK and the others, they know where he is. This maze will be his undoing. Bit by bit, Pratham and Tech KK will start to push him. Arslan has him pinned as well. Srijal just praying that the shotgun nets him 1 kill, 1 knock, anything to really help his cause. He's going to get a knock, but Pratham there with the trade. Srijal will be undone. That's another shutdown on the server as there are only 5 teams alive and healthy. TSG and Total Gaming still in place. Sasuke being so patient. He's got 2 crucial kills as Pratham and Arslan have been undone. He's missing Lip Smoke though, so it's just Sasuke all by himself. 5 kills, it's 10 points. His TSG are trying their best. 4th place is not too bad for TSG, but Sasuke is going to hold on and not make it look that simple or that straightforward.
Yep.
Total Gaming have got themselves 10 kills, Floki. That's 20 points and a lot of placement if they can hold on. They've got the numbers though.
Yeah, they're still staying alive and they're still finding kills left, right, and center, but the other teams are not backing down just yet. It's going to be down to Vasio and Fozzy Ajay. They have a machine gun, grenade launcher, and a couple other goodies between them. Let's see how effectively they can use it. Amaterasu, though, in the meantime, they were the ones who were limping. They're at a disadvantage, and somehow they've made it to the top 4. They're going to be quite pleased. They want to add a little bit of trimmings on top, though. They have a pizza, they have the margarita, there's a lot of cheese on there, but the toppings are lacking. So they're looking for a couple of kills here and there, and hopefully they can go home satisfied and satiated. Total Gaming, on the other part though, well, 2 of their members, or rather one of their members is having a feast, and it's going to be Fozzy. Well, it was Vasio, and Fozzy Ajay is also going to put himself on the board with that kill. As with the machine gun, he's able to find another one. And now, the grenade launcher, it's gonna sing a song of death. Exorm is gonna be taken down, and Vasio is gonna finish him off. The med kit, well, they were able to put a plenty, and he also has the med gun to help him. But that grenade coming in from Sasuke, sneaking in from behind, his position is gonna be revealed. And now he's alone in a 1v2. A maze of glue walls being deployed. The shotgun is available, but he's not able to get the kill right in time. They're swarming him, they're surrounding him, and Sasuke, his fate has been sealed. Put in a coffin, send it home, and make sure that it's tagged appropriately, because Total Gaming are the team who are gonna come out on top. Gonna be able to find the booyah, and I think you can call me the Oracle of Lokhandwala, Vivek, because I predicted that Total Gaming are gonna mount a comeback, and here they are with 48 points, the highest so far today, 14 kills under their belt, and the highest position. They've shown why they deserve to be called the best team, and they've shown why everybody roots for them.
Yeah. I mean, you can look dry, you can look passive, you can look like completely clueless on 2 maps, but if you know what you're doing on 1 map, and if you know what you're doing so well, that I think Total Gaming have just shot past everyone. They are at the top. It's not too hard. That's 10 plus 3 plus 1. That's 4. 14. That's 28 plus 20. 48 points. I think they've shot past XTZ. They have actually mounted a very significant comeback. And XTZ have got to be so pissed off about this. They had 75 points. They were sitting at the top of the leaderboard at the end of Kalahari. And now suddenly they've been undone. This is
that's risk reward for you, Vivek. You look at that, they're in 11th place with 1 kill. They're gonna be so disappointed. You opt in for that early drop, you get contested by all these teams, and all of a sudden your lead is blown. Because guess what? You give someone an inch, they're gonna take a mile, and the team who's gonna do that the best is Total Gaming. Yesterday, I believe we saw a team touch 50 points in a single map. I don't remember who that was. I believe it was Team Chaos. I could be wrong about that though. But Total Gaming, on the other hand, well, they're certainly showing that they can reach new heights. It's like they went out on a road trip, their car broke down in the middle, and their improvisation plan was to make a rocket and go take a holiday on Mars. They literally went from being 6th place to being on top of the leaderboard right now. I am pretty sure that's where they are.
Yeah, holidays on Mars. Well, I don't know. It's not going to be that simple for the side of XTZ because this final map is going to be the hardest working day of their lives. If they want the title of champion of the One Play Esports Free Fire Open for India, then no holidays for them. Mars, Alibag, Lokhandwala, Lonavala, well, even Thrissur, if that's where you like to hang. So no holidays for them, no chill for them, but a little bit of chill for you guys tuning in as we're going to take a short break and we're going to be back with the final map of the day in the One Play Esports Free Fire Open for India. Bleeding as well. Gurukrat eliminated Shahid on the floor. It's Mehul with that shotgun. He's done so much in the past. He will manage to shut down Optimum Esports, but I really don't know if this is still enough. The Mutants have actually swung back. They've stepped past Amaterasu. They won that first place finish, but they're still TSG.
Nonetheless, it's going to be UG Empire, 2 men alive. And this is Tyagi. This is Tyagi at his best, right?
Yeah, one man on UG Empire. Now it's a three-way affair. Madara just doing work with that grenade launcher for style points. TSG really looking as if they're going to come in first place in this tournament. They can smell victory. The question is who comes in second, who comes in third? Have UG Empire got enough? Can Suraj get anything else done for his team? He's found one kill so far. He's hopping about left and right. His machete in hand. Nope, but Suraj can't do much. Sasuke at close range with the shot. He will best him. It's now the Mutants and TSG United. One member of the Mutants, Goku Fahim. He ran the grenade launcher so successfully in the past, but this time he's going to be a victim of it as TSG United claim the booyah. They have won this edition of the One Play Free Fire Open. Optimum Esports are here, and they've got another team who's contesting them. Tripathi at range will find the first knock, and it's Mafia on the pro. But the trades are coming in. Rahil is there, so it's back and forth affair. I don't know who's going to come out on top. Rahil getting cleared for first blood. Optimum Esports will get the first couple of points that they would like to start out with that confident note, and they have Mafia back on his feet. So it's good news for Optimum Esports.
They know how to trade their game. They know how to trade their game.
And Mafia got knocked, but he's going to find a kill. The problem, he's going to find a knock, but Bloodlust is there for the trade quickly. Trust Esports, they've lost Duker and Tripathi. It's Umber trying to hold on to the UT, spraying while he will manage to do a little bit of work, but he's missing Bloodlust. He's all by himself. He really needs to secure these kills if he can. He's just dropping blue walls, hiding in a corner. He's going to try and rest his friend. But what can Umber and Bloodlust manage? Trust Esports have found one kill so far. Bloodlust again knocked. It's Umber all by himself at close range, praying to dear God that he can find something, but I believe he ran out of bullets, he ran out of friends, he ran out of luck. Trust Esports, they came the hard way into this tournament. Just deploys another glue wall, hoping to stay alive, and nope, that's not going to work. Meejus Mehul with the shotgun at close range will shoot him down. The Mutants move a lot quicker than Raven Esports were ready for, and Raven Esports, they're missing one, they're going to be missing two. Swastik has been deleted. Mehul doing excellent work there with the shotty. The Mutants get themselves 2 kills confirmed.
And sound, that is something which I really like. At the moment, Optimum is in bunch of trouble. They get taken down by Jarvis. Jarvis completely Princing, that is a question. Glue walls protecting him, the play zone. Not really. Princing gets taken down, and there you can see that is the booyah. And there you can see TSG United. As you said, they should be getting the booyah. They did get the booyah. Team Chaos, who is struggling with only one man survival. I don't know what's happening, but GZ Abhay gets one. A good revival coming in, but team number 6, they probably will rush. And I guess that's what it is. That's probably happening. The rush that's probably coming in.
I mean, for now he has to deal with Malik, and yeah, it looks like in essence a 1v1. But Shahid doesn't have too much in terms of Kevlar or body armor, so he wants to finish off Abhay and go rest his friends. Abhay gonna be enough? No, Abhay swung.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the One Play Esports Free Fire Open India. My name is Fluky. Joining me is going to be Vivek. As always, it's going to be the man himself. 3 maps have passed since we started this stream, and there's one map remaining. The culmination of the series is going to happen on Bermuda, Vivek. What are your thoughts so far?
I think Total Gaming have really caused a lot of issues for all the teams that were cruising. XTZ, they got themselves a booyah. Amaterasu, they got themselves a booyah. We're going to look at the standings soon enough, but I think everything is up in the air, and I think Team Chaos still have a shot of winning this. That's I want to look at the math soon enough, but there you go. Those are the
Wow.
standings, Floki.
That's actually that's a lot closer than I anticipated. Look at that. 18,
Mm-hmm.
81 points for
Mm-hmm.
Total Gaming and 78 for XTZ. So XTZ are not out yet. It looks like they bought an insurance policy along with them. So they have been taking lessons on how to invest their resources properly. But the question is, are they going to show the same consistency? And there's going to be a lot less room for error here in map number 4, because you have to make sure Total Gaming doesn't come out on top. You have to make sure Team Chaos doesn't reign to supreme. Amaterasu could run away with the lead if you let them run amok. There's some real threats here.
Yeah. I'm still rooting for Chaos. Total Gaming. I mean, this is them flexing, right? They've shown us that they know what they need to do under pressure. This is them trying to take the pressure and go with it. I think that's what battle royals keep testing. But yeah, Chaos could still mount a significant comeback. This Bermuda is going to be very unlike the first time we saw Bermuda, because all these teams have woken up to the fact that it's really just skills that separate them, and not just skills, but if XTZ uh, doesn't get at least a couple of kills and something like top 3, then they're not going to win this. So the pressure is on XTZ, Chaos, and all these teams to really try and make moves. But one thing that I want to point out, Floki, is that
Hmm.
when this pressure to make moves is on you, you you actually got to invert your philosophy in the game and just sit, loot, be patient, not be a victim of the circles, not get too tunnel visioned on one fight, because if you get too tunnel
Yeah,
visioned, you might get third partied. We saw that
exactly.
a little bit uh, towards the end of Purgatory. We saw how Total Gaming didn't get tunnel vision. They were actually very aware of what was going on around them, and that's what's really caused a lot of palpitations in all the other teams. They're probably palpitating their hearts out right now, wondering how do we find the kills? How do we find the booyah? Total Gaming seems like they know they have all the answers. The other teams, they're probably having a lot of questions right now.
Yeah, everything is a fine balance on the knife's edge, and this balance could be disrupted by any one of those teams that you've mentioned here. Uh, One of the things I'm really concerned about is if you're XTZ or Total Gaming, is that you have to play the early game perfectly this time. There is no room for error. If you want to conserve your lead and you end up taking an early fight, okay, I'm actually nervously sweating right now. Okay, okay, this is good. This is good. Only 4 teams drop off at the very start, so we're gonna be having a lot more peaceful of a game compared to the last few ones that we've
Yeah.
had here. We can see 2 teams out towards Sentosa, 1 team in Mars Electric, and the rest of it's going to be a spread towards Pochinok, Bhima Shakti Strip, and Mill. I think Raven is going to be the one who's making their way there, but even XTZ are yeah, they're just beelining towards Mill as well. So Raven are going to give that up and going to find themselves in a bit of a scruffle here with UG Empire. Sorry, scuffle.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the right word.
Yeah, UG Empire as well as Raven, they're going to be duking it out at peak way early on. Raven, I just want to check. So again, the fourth member hasn't been able to join in. So this is a little unfortunate for them. The three of them have been trying their best. Die another day. Also one member down. Couple of players not being able to show up. And I think you've got to recognize that in any sport, you do get a couple of points for just showing up. So Die another day and Raven Esports, they're going to be a little disappointed about working with this man or woman
Oh no,
disadvantage.
Swastik!
And speaking of that disadvantage, Swastik, uh,
Okay,
there was
he's
this very old Hindi movie called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, where doing adventure sports and action sports, well, that seemed to take away all the problems in your lives. Swastik, he's been trying to zipline. It's not paid dividends. Raven are down to just 2 members. As UG Empire, they'll take the kills that they get for free.
Man, that has to be awful. Raven, they were already down one member and taking that zip line, making such a risky play. Ouch, that's really gonna hurt them. Die another
Hmm.
day as well. They're down one member, Vivek. They're playing with one member less. It's gonna be difficult for them to get themselves a footing here in this game. They probably are just looking to play for experience at this point and hopefully get some kills and understand how some of these teams like to play, so they're better off in the future. The day. Man,
Yeah,
kind of sucks to be them at this point. Map number 4, you one player down. I can't
yeah.
imagine what it's like to be them.
Yep. Yesterday in our predictions for Group A, you went for Uncultured, I went for Diana the Day. Uncultured didn't make it. Diana the Day, they made it, but they're missing that one player, and they'll take the experience that they can get. For now, Total Gaming though, as well as Callers Lords and Fuegos are in the same little factory. And this could be a very telling three-way affair. Mafia Bala has got a lot of information. He's definitely heard these footsteps. It's all going to boil down to who makes that first move. Bhavik also just being so patient, hugging this corner. Callers Lords, they are starting to line up the nades. And Fuegos have got to be careful because it's a three-way affair. Total Gaming have given away their presence. Bhavik deploys a glue wall. He's still taking a couple of bullets. He's got to be careful. Total Gaming, they've not got golden anymore. So this is a costly loss for the side of Total Gaming. Vasio, Mafia Bala, they're wondering if they need to retreat. But Vasio cannot retreat. It's just Mafia Bala all by himself. He'll manage to find one. Kofi is bleeding out. He's trying to just res off Vasio quickly. Vasio back on his feet. They'll convert that knock into a kill. Kofi will be finished soon enough. They're actually looking towards Candy. Candy does get knocked. This is starting to look really, really problematic as Total Gaming have found 2 kills very, very quickly. And XTZ and Amaterasu, they're probably wondering, what the heck? Where's the party and why are we not invited?
Yeah, Callers Lords as well. They were invited to the party and then beaten up promptly. It's not a party that they want to be a part of for long, as they're starting to run away. Bhavik, he has glue walls and med kits, but he really doesn't want to expend them. He's going to be surrounded on all sides by Fuego, and Fuego right now are bringing the fight to them. Arrow, he's trying to get some revenge kills, but glue walls are going to be dropped down. That's a nice frag grenade. Those are some really good frag grenades. Can they do a lot of work, though? The answer is going to be a resounding no, and Starch from Fuego is going to come to the flank and shut him down. They do end up losing one of their members, but they find 2 kills. And they want to get the hell out of this place. They don't want to stick around here for longer, because look at this. Mafia Bala with the VSS has the number. But it's a VSS. It's not going to destroy the car.
Yeah, Fuegos, they got themselves a couple of kills. They got 2 kills. They're going to be pleased about that. Total Gaming also find themselves 2 kills, but they are still pinned in. I mean, Fuegos, they want to take this fight right now. They want to contest Total Gaming. They know that if they undo Total Gaming at Factory, they might have a chance to steamroll away with this map and with this tournament. But Total Gaming, they're going to cut their losses. They're actually going to give up, and they're going to try and make a rotation. I'd love to look at the map right now, because these teams are trying to figure out where they need to be. So there you go. Towards the north, we've got 2 teams duking it out. This could be an interesting affair. Right now, XTZ, they're missing JT, one of their star players missing, as Ginotra is taking a lot of damage as well. Ginotra, a bullet to the head. He's going to be undone. Nivesh is fighting back, though. He does manage to find 1 kill, if nothing else. As TSG, they're down to just 3, but this is not looking good for the side of XTC Esports, as they need to get those reses. They need to get those reses and try and duke it out. Jarvis hugging that glue wall. It's TSG versus XTZ, and Sasuke has been knocked. Sasuke has also been finished. There is no reincarnation for Sasuke this time around. He played really, really well on our previous map, which was Kalahari, but this time it's the end of his story for now. And XTZ, they've just got Nivesh all by himself. The hopes and dreams of XTZ rest in Nivesh's hands. TSG might want to contemplate pushing in. They might want to go and try to finish off XTC Esports, but Jarvis, he's unfortunately pinned at range, and him and him and the one man on his team are considering their options. Jump pads being taken here and there. Royal Beast will actually now take over the position of kill leader in Bermuda, as they found themselves 3 kills. Jasby has been rested as well. So Royal Beast are, really, really trying to punch back in Bermuda. because this could still be anybody's map. Fozzy Ajay does manage to find a knock. He's converted a knock into a kill as well. That's more points for the side of Total Gaming, but they have still not your kill leader because they're tied with Royal Beast right now, Floki.
Yeah. Total Gaming, press the gas and haul. Well, you know what comes next. I don't have to say that. But their foot's certainly on the gas, and they're also quite on fire here. They find themselves 3 kills. XTZ Esports with just 1 member alive. Well, they have 2 actually. I think they managed to revive Sasuke. So they're going to live to fight another day. But Total Gaming looking in prime position here to take this game. However, I do want to point out Team Chaos still in the fight. If they can find themselves a ton of kills and secure themselves a good placement, they could end up taking the top spot here and walk away with 10,000 rupees. But it's going to be a difficult task. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. Total Gaming still there, very much tied with Royal Beast. But the one thing you want to remember, Floki, about this game and about at least Bermuda this time around is that Royal Beast have more members on the server right now. So although they've got
Yeah.
kills, there's no pressure for them to try and make plays. Total Gaming, the onus of making plays is upon them. And now they're trying to push out Die Another Day. I think they have a little bit of information as to where Die Another Day is, and they want to try and take this duel. Superman running around in the open, not really advisable. Not
Yeah.
really advisable. Mafia Bala might just have scoped in and found out where he is. Yup, he's hugging that tree. He knows that Die Another Day is in the area. How do Total Gaming take this fight at peak? That's what we wanted to look out for. Wasio as well as Fozzy Archie just being super patient. Look at this. This is, if there's one thing you want to pick up from Total Gaming, it's trigger discipline. They see all of Die Another Day running around in the open. They see the danger zone upon them. Look at them being super patient about this. They know that eventually Die Another Day is going to move. Eventually the circle will shift. Die Another Day will have to make some sort of a play. Dragger, he's moving from stone to stone. And I've got to just commend how patient Wasio is being about this. He's got grenades. So he's looking to line up those grenades. He's waiting for them to be a little still. This is really the National Geographic version of Freefire. This is the hunter waiting to hunt its prey. And there you go. Those are the grenades that I was talking about. A little bit short, doesn't quite reach. Guns have been used. They're giving away their position. Die Another Day are just going to scramble into that house. They've got that complex. And now Total Gaming, they do not have a complex. They have trees, they have stones, and they've got to try and find some sort of a way to split open Die Another Day. Heck, actually, they're going to dodge this fight. They realize that they do not have a good part of the map to work with. Those trees and stones are not going to do them any favors, and they're just going to ditch that engagement altogether versus Die Another Day and just move in and look for a fight elsewhere on the map.
Yeah. Total Gaming, they're making a haul, they're making a beeline for the center, and I like this play, but they're gonna have to be careful because look at Mafia 21. He's in a perfect position, and I believe that's 2x or maybe a 4x scope on that weapon he's holding. So not gonna be easy to enter that area and just establish your law and order there. Gonna have to be fighting for that. And Royal Beast, you mentioned how they're in the top spot. They have 3 kills. There's no pressure upon them, no onus anywhere. But elsewhere on the map, Chaos are going to find a kill. It's going to be Kunal Jr. who ends up getting the shutdown. And, Raven Esports and Amaterasu, they were severely crippled because of their internet connections. And unfortunately, there's not a lot helping them right now either. Elsewhere on the map, the TSG are finding kills left, right, and center. I wonder if we could just switch over to that and have a look what's happening there. I think they eliminated Caller's Lords, and the XTZ in the meantime, they're just going to try to circle around and get in there without drawing too much attention to themselves.
Yeah, everybody is being really, really patient, even Total Gaming. You can see how everybody's just waiting for the zone to close. They've all got real skin in the game.
Yeah, they certainly have got a lot of skin in the game. TSG United, though, on the other hand, while they have skin in the game, they don't have enough members to really power through this mid-game phase and go into a late game strong. With just 2 people alive, it's going to take a lot more brains and a lot less brawn well, a fair amount of brawn too, if they want to make it to the top spot and secure themselves the lion's share of that 10,000 rupees prize pool. Things though looking
20,000
relatively
rupees.
tame here.
20,000 rupees,
20,000,
Floki.
20,000. There we go. My bad.
Yeah.
But
9 teams in, and everybody's being so patient about this final map. I mean, you can see that everybody's trying. Even though Diana the Day just have 3 members on the server, even though Raven Esports, I believe they had 3 members at the beginning on the server. All these teams are trying their hardest to claim the Booyah. Now, I really don't know if Team Chaos have done enough in terms of just positioning on the map to really secure themselves any chance of winning the one play esports Free Fire Open for India. They're right in the center of that circle. I'd like to look at the map again, because I think what we need to see is the map. Yeah, so there you go. You got Total Gaming inside. Their scouting tendencies have paid dividends, Floki. You could see how they like to move around the map for information. And they've just found themselves a couple of trees to work with. Diana the Day, they're unfortunately missing Superman, as Concept, effective with the sniper rifle, will take it.
yeah, Concept's able to find a kill, but look at this. Drago with the auto shotgun making it sink. He's gonna be knocked down. I'm not sure if there's enough people left there to revive him, and the answer is gonna be a resounding no. Drago's gonna be taken down. It's gonna be Roshan Singh and Superman left to their own devices, but for how long? He's actually able to cut through inside and get to the top of the terrace area, where Concept actually got juked. But Jazz V, well, he has the flank covered. He's watching that terrace area, and he's going to be able to make sure that they're able to secure the kill. But Superman with that auto shotgun doing a lot of work, but it's not going to be enough, as the Royal Bees find themselves tons of kills elsewhere. Total Gaming are able to find a knock, and kills, well, being exchanged all over the map.
Yep. Kills everywhere, Floki. As Royal Beast,
Wherever
they
you go,
found
there's blood.
themselves. Yeah, they found themselves 6 kills, but they're down to just 2 members. The problem for Total Gaming is that they haven't found as many kills as they'd like, but they've got 3 members, and they're being really, really smart about this circle. Their positioning is just a whole lot better, and if nothing else, you've got so many teams with just 2 members just trying to ruin everybody's game, right? Like ruin, not in the negative sense, but everybody's trying to play for placement, because this is our final map. So TSG is there, Team Chaos, they've just been so patient. They've hugged this one compound, they've been sitting there patiently, they haven't moved an inch. They have hard cover, they're not going to give it up that easily, but the zone, it's shifted away from Clock Tower. Their time is up. Team Chaos have got to make a move, and this is where they'll really be tested. This is where your weaponry is really going to come into play. Unfortunately, I don't see too many frag grenades on Tech KK, but I'm sure one of these players has a grenade launcher to work with. I think they should. Pratham, I don't think Pratham does, but one of them might be holding on to it. It seems as if the flavor, the meta of at least this tournament is the VSS, because it's silent, and in these kind of smaller fights, you at least had the advantage of not giving away your position. So it's an interesting choice. XTZ, they're down to just 2 members, Floki, and Concept is bleeding. Concept has got to be careful, because he doesn't have too many friends to really help him out. Team Chaos, they've got friends. They're holding on to Clock Tower, but Clock Tower is being contested. Raven Esports are in the vicinity. So is XTZ, and so is team number 4, which is TSG. So Clock Tower is going to be a very interesting affair. Can Team Chaos hold on? Nivesh is just driving a vehicle like a madman. He jumps out the vehicle, taking a lot of fire. This is not going to be too pleasant for the side of XTZ Esports, but elsewhere, Arca has managed to take care of Fozzy Ajay. Fozzy Ajay has been knocked. Total Gaming are suffering casualties as well. Fuego, well, they're down 1 member, as Mafia Bala with the VSS will manage to find him. Team Chaos, unfortunately, they're missing Pratham. Pratham has been eliminated. Team Chaos are finding kills, though, as XTZ has been taken care of. Excuse me, XTZ are missing a player, but it's Raven Esports that gets shut down and eliminated in 8th place. It's the end of the road in this edition of the One Play Esports Free Fire Open for India for the side of Raven Esports, as they get nothing accomplished, Floki. The zone is shrinking bit by bit, and Team Chaos, they found themselves 2 kills. But look at this, Total Gaming have what is possibly the best goddamn position you could ask for. They've got high ground, but high ground is in kind always, as Mafia Bala, Well, he gets knocked, but he's going to get rest quickly. TSG, they also get shut down. So bye-bye to TSG, bye-bye to their chances of, even coming close to the top three. I think this is the end of the road for them. We're looking at some sort of a showdown in the top three between Team Chaos, Royal Beast, and Total Gaming, unless XTZ, with that one man on the server, really pull off some sort of a miracle.
Yeah, Total Gaming. Prime spot. They're the ones who are going to be winning this game most likely, and they're doing a lot of work too. Arca was able to find one knockdown, but he's not able to convert because they're on the high ground. Mafia Bala, okay then. They walk out in the open and get slayed. Well, Headless Chicken is not the term I'd use for them because their heads were still intact until they decided to walk into the killing fields. And the killing fields, well, they're all painted red. Optimum Esports. Now with only 2 members, have to go up against the 2 on the side of Team Chaos. They have 3 kills to their name, but the question is, do they have enough to take down Optimum? And the answer looks like it's going to be yes. It's going to be Atul with that sniper rifle, shutting people down, and Arsenal is going to be the one who finishes. It's going to be a booyah for Team Chaos, and as they find themselves the most pristine number of points, placing on top with the first place finish. They're able to secure 20 and they get 5 kills. So that's 30 points going into their pocket. I am not sure who has won this game, Vivek. I am so pumped to see the leaderboard. I don't know.
Yeah. So Team Chaos got themselves 30 points. I think they've got... wait, let me just try and recollect. How much did Total Gaming get? Where is Total Gaming? I don't know. But you hedged your bets on Total Gaming. I hedged my bets on Team Chaos. Yesterday we had our own little head-to-head in Group A. I came out on right. I came out on top. I was right yesterday, but today I have no idea which one of us is right. Until we find the answers, we can take a look at chat and see what chat is saying. Right. So we have a little bit of time. I'm just going to look at chat. I think chat is saying chat is actually saying Total Gaming or Chaos, but XTZ might come third. This is interesting.
Well, I see a hashtag Fuegos in the chat, so we certainly know who they favor in terms of who they like to watch, but I'm not sure if Fuegos are anywhere close to top 3. I don't think
I don't think Fuegos are anywhere close to top 3.
Yeah, that sucks. But that's okay. They're a team who's participated for the first time. They got to play against some of the best teams in India. And that's a thing in itself. That's a reward in itself, essentially. And that's the reward that, even you guys could have had because it's an open registration tournament. So do make sure you follow One Play Esports on all their social media because these opportunities are kind of hard to come by. So when you come across one, you want to capitalize. You can follow them on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And also, while you're at it, if you're just tuning in, make sure you sign up for the diamond giveaway. The link is going to be in the chat. You can register over there and walk away home with 310 diamonds.
Yep. 310 diamonds. You could get yourself the new AK Evo skin. If you've been enjoying the broadcast, guys, if you like what Floki and I do, he's at the rate Hiraka T. Fun fact, there is a A at the end of Hiraka, but it's pronounced Hirak. Because he's a gem of a guy, and he'll give you free diamonds if you message him on Instagram or Twitter. Okay?
No, I won't. That's a lie. That's a lie. Vivek is the older of us. He has more money. Okay, if you want diamonds, this is the guy to contact.
Acha. Oh, I'm on my pension right now, Floki. How can you ask me for diamonds? I need diamonds right now. But no. None of us are doing a diamond giveaway. One Play Esports is doing a diamond giveaway. So at the rate One Play Esports, if you've been enjoying the broadcast, do subscribe, do hit the bell icon. If we have more Freefire tournaments, you'll get a notification as soon as we are live. We've got the standings. Drum roll.
Total Gaming and Team Chaos. Congratulations, Vivek. You're also right. Team Chaos made it. They're in second place. They're not first, but hey, it's not that big of a difference, honestly, Vivek. You know what? I'm gonna give you this one. I'm gonna go so far to say as Team Chaos and Total Gaming are tied.
Yeah. it's a spiritual tie. Like let's just call it that. Like Team Chaos have got
Yeah.
to be very proud of themselves. I mentioned how they really use their grenade launcher effectively. We saw that in that final zone, that grenade launcher being put to good use to secure that last kill. So that was impressive stuff coming out from them. Team Chaos are definitely one of the teams you want to keep your eyes out on. If you are a supporter, you should be proud of yourself because you're supporting a team that fundamentally has the firepower to go very very ahead in the Free Fire community, in the realm of Free Fire esports altogether.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I believe this is going to be the end of the road for us, Vivek, as we've had a fun 3 weeks. We've had a lot of fun casting these Free Fire games. And if you want to join in on the fun, or if you want to be a part of it in some minuscule way, nonetheless, still being a part of it, do make sure you
Hmm.
follow One Play Esports on all their social media. Do make sure you sign up for the diamond giveaway and follow us as well. You might catch us somewhere else, doing some other tournament. And guess what? Here's what I'm gonna do, and I think Vivek is gonna join me on this one as well.
Okay.
If I see any of you guys who are in chat currently, I'm gonna note down your names. If I see you in any other tournament, we're gonna shout you out.
Okay. I think regardless, we can shout you out. Okay. It's just been a pleasure bringing this broadcast to you. I think there's some names that I want to shout out: Chris Solanki, Aryan Verma, DSG Army, Ankan, FF, Shubham. Like chat is scrolling, chat is rolling. It's been a pleasure casting this tournament for all of you. We will shout you out every time we do manage to bump into you guys. For now, from Floki and I, it's bye bye.